This week, I had my first two sessions of data and AI strategy course at Santa Clara University. But honestly, what stayed with me wasn't AI. It was a question. The professor opened the class with this. If you were the chief data officer of a 60 billion company and you had a 15 million budget to reshape the company's data strategy, what would you start? At first, it sounds like a typical strategy question. You think about data infrastructures, analytics, AI investment, but very quickly you realize this is not just a strategy question. It's become a leadership question because 50 million is not just about tools. It's about priorities. So where do you put your first dollar? Do you invest in advanced AI capability? Or do you fix your data foundation first? And do you push innovation or focus on governance and control? So one idea that's really stayed with me is this balance. Offensive versus defensive data strategies. Offensive requires growth, insight, competitive advantage. But on the other hand, defensive strategies require governance, securities, and trust. In the real-world business, most companies today don't lack data. They lack clarities on how to balance these two factors. So if offensive, that means you move fast but create chaos. If you move too defensive, you stay safe but become slow. So from my past 20 years in marketing research and consulting, I've seen how data drive decisions. But AI changed the game because now it's not just about analyzing the past. It's about reshaping the future in real time. And that makes things even more complex. And here's something I started thinking about this week. Industry context matters more than we think. So when we talk about AI strategies, we often speak in very general terms, such as data platform, models, use cases. But in realities, AI doesn't land the same way in every industry. Right now, in the US, AI is already embedded in many industries. But if you look closely, the experience is not always ideal. Some industries move very fast because they are data-rich, standardized, and digital native. But others struggle because their workflows are fragmented, their data is messy, and the decisions are still highly human-driven. So the real question is it is not just can you apply AI, it's should you apply it here? Or how deep should it go? And that's where the real challenge is. It is not technology, but alignment. Alignment between strategies, people, and the reality on the ground. You can have the best model, the cleanest data, but if it doesn't fit into the real workflows, it doesn't create value. So my reflection from week one, what looks like a data problem is often a people problem. What looks like AI opportunities is sometimes a misfit. So in the next episode, I'm going deeper into the real-world cases, including the one industry that I know very well. So these industries where AI is already being used, but actual experience tells a very different story. Always learning, and more importantly, always unlearning. See you in the next one.